Namaste programs, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and the Rove continues as it always does, and it's this South England bush trip, leg 6 today, from Bournemouth to Lydd. Let's go. Alright programs, it's the penultimate leg of the South England bush trip. Let's get it flown, done, in the books, shall we? Hopefully, well, it's live weather, but hopefully it's not like live weather where I'm at. It is so windy, so I apologize if there's wind noise or anything like that. I need to keep the windows open, otherwise I'll burn to death. But unfortunately, it also means everything is rattling, everything's falling off the walls. It's absolute bedlam. 65 degrees for 5 minutes 38 Southampton. After lifting off from Bournemouth Airport, gain a visual on Southampton Water, an estuary where the River Test and River Itchen join. Pass over New Forest National Park and then pass over the River Test to reach the city of Southampton, located just north of the confluence of the rivers. Southampton is one of the southern England's most popular cities, and it is an important port. Let's go see it. Here we are, people. Southampton, which isn't that where the Titanic was built or where it left from? I feel like I know the name Southampton really well, but I'm not sure why. I think it's only because of the movie Titanic and some of the documentaries I watched around that time, around that movie. Look at this place, huge. I like that it's nice and green though. Plenty of greenery. Good work, Southampton. All right. We want 114 degrees for 4 minutes 8 seconds now. Reset our clock. We're going to Portsmouth. From Southampton, follow the course of motorway M27 to the southeast. Gain a visual on and pass over Portsmouth Harbour to reach the city of Portsmouth. Portsmouth, located on Portsea Island, is the only large city in England not on its mainland. Alright, so yeah, technically it's an island, but was it always an island? Is that a channel that's been made by man? And really, I'm kind of surprised they haven't just concreted all that up and turned it into a part of the mainland. But yeah, look, it's an island, I guess, mostly. Very much almost not an island, but what do you call those sort of, the isthmus where there is just a tiny little bit of land that connects what would essentially be an island otherwise. Big place, big place. It's even got a golf course. Bravo, Portsmouth. Let's go 92 degrees for 2 minutes 30. Chichester Harbour. From Portsmouth, head to the east, passing over Langston Harbour, then Hayling Island. Fly over Emsworth Channel and then Thorney Island. Chichester Harbour lies just to the east of Thorney Island. Alright, this is Thorney Island with its runway, and this must be Chichester Harbour. I'm not sure exactly, although it does say Chichester Harbour National Landscape. Chichester's that town right off on the top of the screen there, so it's a fair way from this harbour if this is Chichester Harbour. But it did say just to the east of Thorney Island, and this is Thorney Island, according to Google. So we wait patiently for the purple arrow while we look at these burnt fields. At least that's what they look like. I don't know what the darker fields are. What would they be planting if they're black soil like that? Fascinating. Beautiful though. Beautiful. Perhaps they are... It reminds me of World of Warcraft. What were the plague lands? Perhaps they've got the plague. Alright, we're now on to the next harbour, so maybe this is Chichester Harbour. Maybe it won't be till we get to Chichester. Chichester, why don't you say Worcester instead of Worcester, so is this just Chich? There we go, 89 degrees. I won't know the answer to that question. 89 degrees for 3 minutes 47, Worthing. Continue on course to the east, passing just to the north of the seaside town of Bognor Regis, and gain a visual on the river Arun. Worthing is located just to the east of the river Arun. Alright, well I don't know what's going on with the waypoints. Worthing is over there on the coast, and we've done well and truly more than 3 minutes 47, but it has moved on to 88 degrees for 4 minutes 42 on our way to Brighton. I remember my childhood in Brighton. Continue following the coastline to the east to the seaside resort town of Brighton. Well, here we go. This is Brighton. That's the Brighton Pier over there, and Brighton Marina just further along the coast. And we just went past a football field. I know Brighton's got a... don't think they're in the Premier League, but they're in the lower, the one below it. I'm not sure. And yet, Google does not mention the word Brighton, or it doesn't have the name. It has Brighton Beach, Brighton I-360, Brighton Marina. It doesn't have a marker for Brighton itself. What's going on, Google? Or is this, am I just on a... these are sort of just the edges of Brighton or something? Don't think so. Don't think so at all. Anyway, there we go. Purple arrow says we're above Brighton. 80 degrees for 4:31. Hailsham. From Brighton, head to the north-northeast away from the coast. Pass to the south of the town of Lewes and gain a visual on Arlington Reservoir. Pass just to the north of Arlington Reservoir to reach the town of Hailsham. The mighty Hailsham, just north of the Arlington Reservoir, it said. Well, there was a reservoir quite a bit further back, and this is definitely not north of that. It's very much east of that. What are you talking about, bush trip designer? You're mad. You've gone completely insane. What have we got here in Hailsham? Not much. Cute little town. Can't see any golf courses or even any football fields. So yeah, we move on. 88 degrees for 3 minutes 43. Hastings. Continue to the east of Hailsham, sighting the coastline in the distance. Pass to the north of the city of Bexhill-on-Sea, and then reach the seaside town of Hastings. Alright, so that's Bexhill, which I think was where the end of Children of Men was set, right? They'll head into Bexhill or something like that. And this, of course, as you all know, is Hastings. No, there's a football, the running track football field. Yeah. Not much in the way of cricket though. And some weird algorithm buildings below the wing now, which as always suggests that somehow the aerial photography is not very detailed, which I find hard to believe for this part of the world. But anyway, 68 degrees for 4 minutes 39. Lydd. Pour a lid on it, will ya? At Hastings, turn onto a north-northeast heading and sight Dungeness, a headland on the English Channel coastline. Touchdown at Lydd Airport, EGMD, located just inland of Dungeness. Dungeness, who knows? Let's go. Well, if you went by the picture that they provided, you would have said this was the most obvious airport in the world. It's just sort of a concrete runway in the middle of nowhere. And yet, here in the game, it took me a while to find it. It seems a bit hidden-ish now. Maybe some new photography or something's going on. Am I still too high? You've got to be kidding me. Let's go. I think the problem here is I should have landed the other way. I think the wind's behind me. But that's just gonna be how it is. It is a fairly long runway at least. I don't know, maybe the wind is well, maybe I've gone the right way after all. Excellent. No, it's sort of sideways and a little bit that way, yes, so not great for this direction, but you know, anyway, we'll float a bit. Come on, plane, get the wheels down, you can do it. Boom. All's well that ends well, I suppose. That was the penultimate leg of the bush trip. Tomorrow we finish it all off. And then after that, I guess we've got Wales and there's a whole new Germany update. We've got bush trips for years now. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for existing. Au revoir. Goodbye.